Mr. President, napansin din po natin, tinaasan din po ng komite ang pondo para sa Unified Legal Aid Service by 39 million. Ito po ay napakagandang balita dahil marami po sa ating mga kababayan, Ginong Pangulo, ang nangangailangan ng legal assistance. At karamihan lamang po ang alam ay ang PAO. Mr. President, maaari po bang malaman kung paano po makakakuha ng free legal assistance sa Unified Legal Aid Service? Marami po tayong mga kababayan na nanonood ngayon at maganda pong marinig nila na meron pong ganitong klaseng programa ang ating pamahalaan.
Yes, sa programang ito, lahat ng covered na mga abogado sa buong bansa ay mare-require na mag-render ng 60 hours of pro bono service for a period of 3 years. So, yan ang isang malaking bagay na pro bono service by all lawyers who are covered.
Okay. Kasama po dyan, Ginoong Pangulo, lahat po ng abogado, you mean both in government at saka yung private practice?
Lahat po, pero ang mga katulad ko na nasa gobyerno ay hindi po covered. So lahat ng abogado na sa private sector, private practice, ang required to have 60 hours of pro bono services for a period of 3 years.
So safe po, Ginoong Pangulo, ang ating mga abogado rito, ating mga legis na nasa paligid po natin. Anyway, my next question.
But may I just add, covered lawyers under the rules refer to the following members of the Philippine Bar whose membership status with the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, number one, is not terminated, who are not retired in accordance with IBP bylaws, 2, and third, who are not excluded under Section 5 of this rule.
Thank you, Mr. President. Salamat po sa kasagutan na yan. Ang susunod ko pong tanong, Ginoong Pangulo, on an average, ilang taon din po ang binibilang bago marisolba ang isang kaso sa RTC, MTC at appellate courts? Ang dahilan po ba nito ay dahil sa kakulangan ng tao? Or is it yung scheduling, hindi magtugma yung schedule ng prosecutor, ng defense, yung oras din po, or marami pong mga kaso na hinahawakan po ang isang abogado or ang isang huwes? So which is which? Or it is all of this? Kaya po medyo tumatagal ang kaso.
Isang factor is that may kakulangan ng courts in selected areas. Pagka kulang ang courts, cases in these courts may last up to 5 years. Kaya pagka nagdagdagan ang mga korte, mababawasan ang caseload, mapapabilis ang paglilitis at mababawasan yung taon dahil nga madadagdagan ang ating mga courts.
Thank you, Mr. President. Isa pa pong katanungan ko. I have a last 4 questions po. Napansin ko po na ang ating po mga Hall of Justice ay tila yung iba po ay dilapidated na, lalo na po sa mga probinsya. Hiningan po ba ng budget ng judiciary ito? Nito for 2026 tulad ng repair, refurbishment? Kasi minsan po, kaawa-awa po yung status ng ilang po mga Hall of Justice natin, Ginoong Pangulo.
Totoo po yan. Dahil ang ideal sana pagpasok mo sa korte, magkakaroon ka ng respeto at mangha pagpasok sa korte. Pero ang nangyayari dahil nga hindi maganda, sira-sira, dilapidated, paano magkakaroon ng mangha? Baka nga kabaliktaran ang mangyari. For this year, the amounts that have been allocated are for the Manila City Hall of Justice, which will house 120 courts, 2,688 million. Including this one? No. This is
for Cagayan de Oro.
But were they already allocated?
Not yet po, not allocated.
Okay. Now, as to yung hindi napondohan, kaya sabi ko nga, merong mga hindi na pagbigyan at hiningi. Cagayan de Oro City, location ng infrastructure, 2 billion 4 million. Cebu City, 4 billion 56 million. Lapu-Lapu City, 550 million 652,000. Makati City Land Acquisition, 1.9 billion. So yung Cagayan de Oro, Cebu, Lapu-Lapu at Makati City hiningi ng hudikatura, subalit dahil nga sa kakulangan ng fiscal space ay sa susunod na siguro ito. Pero yung 2.688 billion ng Manila City has been allocated.
Mr. President, if I may just interject, I recall giving 200, it was a institutional amendment that we did, I think in the 19th Congress, where we were able to give 200 million to the Court of Appeals in Cagayan de Oro. Could we just find out whatever happened to those funds, Your Honor?
Yes, that is correct. Our Court of Administrator and the Supreme Court Justices confirmed that there was a 200 million allocation for Cagayan de Oro. However, they are still asking for additional funding for what they call the escalation cost.
Yes, because that was about maybe 8 years ago or 9 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yes, and likewise because of the new design to accommodate all courts, then indeed the cost has escalated.
Yeah, for the Court of Appeals. I just wanted to reiterate na tumulong tayo as early as then. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. President, marami pong magagandang programa ang Supreme Court. Particular na po itong Justice on Wheels na nakita po natin, I think, last year, couple of years ago. Kumustahin ko lamang po ito. How is it doing? Ito po ba ay gumagana na nationwide, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Mr. President?
Nag-evolve na raw from Justice on Wheels, naging digital na. Kala ko sasabihin ay Justice on Wings. Pero dahil sa digital technology, ay kaya nang mapuntahan at ma-access ng ating mga kababayan yung ating court system.
All right.
So
Thank you.
justice on digital. Oh.
Thank you, Mr. President. My last question, Mr. President, Mr. Chair. May sapat po ba tayong abogado o korte para maglitis po ng ating mga juvenile cases? Kasi nga po ako po ang chairman ng Social Justice, Welfare and Rural Development. At kayo po nagpanukala ng batas ng juvenile justice system po natin. Do we have enough lawyers, not lawyers, but courts to handle these cases para mailitis din naman in fairness to sa mga mga bata po na nasa mga institusyon, Ginoong Pangulo?
Yes, dalawang klase ng korte na family courts ang meron sa ating hudikatura. Yung statutory family courts, which means tayo sa Kongreso ang nagpasa nito, at yung Supreme Court designated family courts. Ang total ay about almost over 300 family courts nationwide who have jurisdiction over children in conflict with the law cases involving children in conflict with the law, and the juvenile justice and family cases.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. President, this representation is fully supportive of the proposed budget of the judiciary. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Maraming salamat sa ating distinguished Senator Erwin Tulfo, at salamat na sa mga katanungan. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.